Oh, hello. Hi, you guys. Welcome in. Oh my God, we have a good one. Welcome in. Okay, it looks like I've got my muffin top in the house. My wonderful Mad. Hi. Okay, I'm getting everyone's emails. Thank you for that. Makes a difference. I love them. Definitely appreciate them all. So thank you. Pit Mom, welcome in. Mary C. Hi. Um, we have a great presentation and it's going to sassafras. Hello. It's gonna ruffle some feathers probably, but that's what we do here at WCIA Network, right? Um, because no one agrees with what we say here, so we ruffle feathers. I wish we didn't, but we do. So, welcome in. Everything I do and say here falls under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Today's presentation, like all my presentations, hi Colleen and Jay, hello, hello, is here just only, only to bring justice to the Summer Moon Wells missing children and to anyone that falls within this sacrifice bullshit that's going on. And I have this feeling it's just being covered up because doesn't make any sense to me other than they're not going to bust it open unless we bust it open. The only way this shit's going to be busted open is if we do it here together with my WCIA family. So, today's presentation is really about showing how the cases that I work on are all the same. The people involved are all the same. And it hasn't changed since June 15th. Since June 15th, when Jody Sue Brown went on live at night to say that this little girl that we all fell in love with, Summer Moon Wells, was gone. That night, nothing has changed with the people that are involved. Period. Nothing. It is all the same people, same conversation, the same script. Nothing has changed. Really, all that's changed is there are more kids that are missing and more kids that are sacrificed, and hundreds and thousands, if not millions of dollars has been made since June 15th of 2021. Now, we have people that all of a sudden pop in and decide to jump on the bandwagon and be like, oh, we're going to find Summer Moon Wells. Well, listen to me, dumbasses. There's hundreds of thousands of other kids missing other than this one child. Summer Moon Wells is a face that covers hundreds of kids' faces. Hundreds. So if you think it's about one child and you're making it about one child, I have to question that. I'd have to question it because it makes zero sense. Summer Moon Wells missing children is just that because Summer Moon Wells' face is the poster child for many faces. For many faces. I'm going to be showing you information on the creators that we all listen to because they're the only ones covering the story. Notice who's covering this story outside of me and a few other creators, by the way, that are amazing. All of a sudden, they won't shut up. They're talking about nonsense again. right back where they began. Question why. And let me tell you, it's the same people. They stopped dropping it as if there was no case going on. Molly Golightly and all these other people have issues, and then bam, they're all friends and they're changing the way they're working. I don't buy it, no offense, but I don't buy it. Something's going on. You are so worried, but yet you won't talk about the elements. You will not talk about the elements that are needed to bust the story open. You won't talk about the information that is really key to find in order to find you guys and bust you all open. Now, I am not talking about, again, we do not know who is behind what. We don't know whose faces are who. We do not know. That is up to the authorities to figure out. So here, there's a picture right here of Dolly Vision, but that's not Dolly Vision that we know. Happened to be on his channel, and his channel shows people that are getting the fucking beat shit kicked out of them. But is it him? No. No, 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 no. They use deep fake cover-ups. His face is being used to cover up the person that is involved. But it's within the channels that I mention. So it's not about the people. It's not about Chris McDonough, who I'm going to show most of my presentation on from the interview room. It's about his channel has, holy cow, information about Michael Vaughn and Summer Moon Wells as if they were in the same household. As if Candace's video that he taped on showing where they live in the outside and the shed and Grandis's area is basically identical to what was shown when he went to the Vaughn's house. I'm going to show you. You could plop Michael Vaughn's footage from the interview room right inside the Wells backyard and just mush it all together and you wouldn't see the difference. How about that? Does that mean that he's guilty? Not at all. No, it's not about him. I don't give a shit about you, no offense. I say it all the time. I don't care. Because the person under Chris McDonough, you're going to see there's another person under Chris McDonough's face. There's always another face under the face. So that's not my problem to figure out. That is for the authorities to figure out after I show them information on elements that are consistent, and show over and over and over. Then they could determine what they want to do. But odds are, don't get mad. They're going to do nothing because someone is covering this shit up. And they don't want to bust it open. They don't. The photos that you see here go right back to the beginning. It is, when I say back to the beginning, for those that are new and listening, my beginning begins with Summer Moon Wells. My beginning on this journey to all of this stuff that I didn't ask for started with Summer Moon Wells. So my beginning may not be someone else's beginning years and years ago, because this has been going on for a very, very long time. My beginning started with Summer. She's the one who's taught me what to do. She's the one that has led me each and every day during this journey of bringing justice to the children. And that's all it is, because the summer moon wells missing children don't give a hoot who gets thrown in jail, because it's not going to stop it. They want the story told, and they want their story understood and shared on a very big platform. My platform's not big enough. This is Candace, covered in her daughter's elements. Summer Moon Wells wants you to know that these are her elements. That her mother, we think it's her mother, I don't know, is covered in. Dolly Vision just happens to have a few photos that I'd like to throw in here and there, but I don't like to talk about him because he's not going to make a difference to the children. He isn't. Meaning there's nothing, even though I could find stuff in his videos, there's nothing that I care to do that's going to bring justice to these kids other than show a picture here and there. Here it is. His whole video in this one, it shows the elements, shows the room, blah, 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 blah. But this is Candace, and this is where I'm starting. Today I'm going to bring you into the Idaho Four, Michael Vaughn, Summer Moon Wells, the interview room, the Wells house. The Idaho Four person that did the video, and to show you how the elements all match. And it's getting really, really tight. Today's new information is something I don't think anyone should miss. No one. Nothing has changed since day number 1. Bullhorn Betty, nothing has changed since day number 1. Molly Go Lightly, nothing has changed. JLR, holy crap, nothing has changed. The interview room I never noticed, but nothing has changed. There's Dolly, Benny, you guys, Ziggy, Tiffany Marie, all the ones that covered the Summer Moon Wells case in the beginning, that went on panels together. They went together on a panel. Pay attention. Because what's under the pictures is what you're looking at right here. And it's, if you go back to any of the interview room's videos from a year plus ago, you don't have to do anything. They felt they're completely falling apart. That's Bullhorn Betty with her head in the box. And that was taken from the night that she and Molly Golightly and Olivia and JLR and maybe Justin for all hit the road. So it's one or the other. Either they know it and it's all set up, or they don't. If they didn't know it, yes, it's the cylinders, Pit Mom. If they didn't know it, then why aren't they saying anything? I've been on here for like 2 years. There's no way. I know that they know the channel because they bring it up and they bitch about it. But they're just won't do anything about it, and I don't know why. Chris McDonough, this video is going to show you what's in your video. This is Michael Vaughn's house. This is Chris McDonough. at the Vaughn's house, walking through and interviewing. It is the cookie cutter to what he did with Candace when he went to interview Candace at her house. It's the cookie cutter. At the house, this is all from Chris McDonough. The video shows the same elements that match the Idaho Four, Kylie Rodney, Gabby Petito, and Summer Moon Wells. Because we know our elements, we're able to select them and pick them out. This number 5 here that I have circled and what's around it, as well as the stairway and everything around it, is the same as where I circled the number 5 in the Idaho Four. You would think that this number 5 was copied and pasted into his video. And it's not that just a number 5, it's the same surrounding information. So when you take all the deep fake away, you're left with the same information. You're left with one location that's underground and it all uses the same information. Then they layer it with the deep fake. Oh, thank you, Boston. Thank you for that super sticker. Then they layer it with the deep fake. This number 5 is the same across the board. Now, it's not like I'm like, oh, I see number 5 for those who are new. It's not like that because I have been picking these number 5s out for since the beginning. It's a main element. Main element. And it's in Chris McDonough's video talking to the Vaughns, walking through their house as if it was the Wells house, especially the shed. No one has all that shit. I'm going to show you. I'll show you. There's the number 5 that shows up in every circumstance. The one in the upper right-hand corner is from the food truck. The food truck, you guys. Never's changed. And it keeps showing up. Who the hell is Chris McDonough? So here we have 2 Chris McDonoughs, and we also have Michael Vaughn's father in a mask. So why do we have 2 Chris McDonoughs? One, he has a police badge on, and one he is as if he's connected to the equipment. So what is going on here, right? Who's Chris McDonough? Is he the one that has the equipment on him, or is he the one that's behind him? Is that Michael Vaughn's father, or is that someone playing dress up in his backyard? Like, what is it? Chris, you work so very hard to help these children. I think you should start way back and go through all of your videos and really look at what's going on in your videos. I think it will blow your mind. I have so much homework to do with all your videos. It's insane. I'm only showing a little bit because it was overwhelming how much information was in there and how it all matches all of it. All of it. All of it. Oh, thanks for a gifted membership. Thank you, Pit Mom. Who's Chris McDonough? Which one are you? The one with the elements or the one without the elements? So my suggestion, Crazy Mom 23. Yes. Welcome to a membership. My suggestion, which I'd love to hear from you, is tell me what you see in your videos. Go back to your videos and look at them because you have been hacked. And who's who? Who's who? Who's who? And if that's not like, who is the one with the equipment on him? Who? You guys. That is Michael Vaughn in a picture, but that picture shows him sitting in the corner. This is a picture of the fake car with all this shit in the fake car, but yet it's in the garage they walk through. That photo right there, actually, as I'm looking at it right now, the one in the corner is Kylie Rodney's photo. Of that photo I have of her under the water with all the, as I'm looking at it from, like once I start putting this stuff up and I look from kind of like a distance, I see it. Like it was the photo that we have of her in the water. Let me see something. It's a hard one to find because I know I have it in a PDF and not by itself. It's kind of a really cool photo. I'll get it for next time, but that little corner photo there, wow, is really Kylie Rodney's photo. Shit. Let me see something. Kylie, I'm gonna look for 1 second. I'm so anyone that knows me is saying, "Oh, she's not gonna find it because she never does," and that's the truth. I never do. Oh my god. Oh my god. You guys, I know which one it is. I'm gonna show you. It's freaking Kylie Rodney's. Oh my god, I just got such a butterfly, you have no idea. Here it comes. I'm gonna show you which one it is. Let me see if I have the other one in here. You're not gonna believe this because it pretty much resembles exactly the same thing in the Kylie Rodney case. I'm telling you, his videos show every case that I've covered and I have under the umbrella of Summer Moon Wells. Every case. Let me upload this one. The picture from the party. Oh, wow. All right, let me export as a PDF. Hopefully this will be big enough. That picture right there is going to look like this. It really overwhelmed me to look at all of his photos because they were, the videos just showed so much. So look at that picture to the left, and it's this photo. Look. That. See? They're smashing the car. See the fake car? Let me see if I can make it a little bigger. Copy. Okay, give me a second. That. And now save. Okay, I'm going to bring up another one so you could see it bigger. They're sitting in the car. Okay. All right, this is going to look a little better. So that photo is like this one. See? That? And the kids sitting in their car? Though that's the fake car that I talk about. The fake car. It is. Everything in these photos go back to every one of the cases. So these are photos from the interview room's walkthrough of the house. The big photo that says garage door, that could be Gotcha Man's garage with the number 5 sticking out and a head coming out of the box, the number 5 box. I mean, this shit doesn't make any sense. It all looks like the bottom right-hand corner looks like Don's shed. And believe it or not, the one up in the right-hand corner, it sort of looks like they put the Idaho Four's house back there. It's like insane. You guys, there's a cookie cutter here, and this is the front of Grandis's trailer. The front of Grandis's trailer could be any one of these photos. See that red bucket? There's always a red and a green and the white. Like, they use that stuff. They use it and they reuse it. There's no difference. Look at this picture. Really look at it. Look at it as if you're playing I Spy with My Little Eye. I Spy with My Little Eye is what we could make a book out of. I can make a book out of all this shit. I Spy with My Little Eye, the number 5 box. I see the same speaker. I see the same white piece of machine that looks like a microwave / air conditioner. And I get that that these garages have it, but there's no freaking way that the kids have gone missing and the kids that are gone and they're under the same umbrella have the same shit and they have the same shit in their shed. Look what's right in front of him. Chris McDonough is coming out of the box. This is nothing more than the cookie cutter that they use in all the garages. Do you know that this even looks like the shed that Molly Golightly showed of that that girl that she was covering, some case. You guys, it has the same shit in it. All the same. Green, red, white, yellow. They have the green, they have the red and the yellow next together. They have the bright this, they have that. They have, look at the head coming out of the box right in front of you. It's the white head in the box. There's no way. No way. I call bullshit. And I could copy and paste this stuff and make bingo cards and line them all up. All the same elements. Every one of them. You guys, they all have the same thing, thinking that no one's going to be like, people are going to be like, oh, everyone has a cooler that's blue. Oh, everyone has blah, blah, this, that's red. No, they don't. Shoved in a place that's completely disaster. And it's all the same. They have the same elements. And they use the same layers to layer over and over and over. I've got this, you guys. I'm telling you, I have this down to a science. It's a bunch of cover up to tell the same story because they're in the same location. They're in the same location. There's no difference. Look at these two photos, you guys. Somewhere in there you see like a friggin' head coming out of boxes. That's really what they're covering up. But this here, this photo here, with that same kind of information is really no different. That's why I said yesterday, I'm like, they have 3 different storyboards going on. So look straight ahead by the planter and look at that white number 5 that's sitting right there with the planter. That is no different than the white number 5 that you're looking at straight ahead all the way to the left. That looks like a microwave. It's no different. They have the same red and information on the top. It's all the same. Only reason I thought about this is because Chris McDonough's video the other day had three scenes put into one. Like, we know what's in front of Grandis's RV because we've been looking at it for freaking 2 years. We know where those plants are, where she planted flowers, and we know what's not there. And then you put it there, we know it's not there. And then you put these wheels and these buckets where the plants are supposed to be. We know it's not supposed to be there. We're smarter than you think. So it's a copy and paste. These videos and these scenes are they're broken into 3. And the truth shows through. I mean, I know what I see in my third eye. I see Michael Vaughn. I see a father that's really not there. I see a lot of stuff. I see the elements that I'm supposed to see to help tell the story. I see the maroon boxes. I see the one maroon box is pushed back. Somehow, Michael Vaughn's shit is put somewhere on the property. Period. His trophies are on this property, just like Summers. This is a crock of shit, is what we're looking at. But you all keep talking about each other. You all keep talking about the drama. No one gives a shit who's on Kick and about Molly and about Betty Bullhorn, whatever her name is. JLR. I don't talk about them. I use their elements. All their elements are right in front of you. Everything that you see in this photo can be found in every one of their videos as elements placed in really strange locations. It's all in this photo. All of it. Yeah, we're focused on the children. Oh my God. The shit that's in here is in Candace's kitchen. Summer Moon Wells had this around her. Seriously, you guys. There comes a time where the police have to look at this and they have to see that there's someone sitting in a maroon box that has not changed since the first day said, oh, someone's in a maroon box with a head on a platter. It hasn't changed. I don't give a shit how stupid it sounds. I don't care. I think it sounds stupid. But it doesn't matter. This is their story. And they are sticking to it. We may think it's like, what, like, how the hell's this all happen? It sounds crazy. It doesn't matter what we think. This is the children's story. This is what they went through. This is what they've gone through. They're the ones who went through this, you guys. The story's being told to them. We don't have room for an opinion. We don't. There's no room to give our opinion to say, oh, this is right or wrong. Because let me tell you, this is the Idaho Four, and it's right in the video. Fucking head coming out of the ground with a number 5 on its neck. This is in the video. Really clearly. But guess what? The law enforcement doesn't give a shit. No offense. Even the FBI, even if you're listening, that's great. I like working with you, but seriously, I've been showing this stuff over and over and over. I don't get it. Because I've learned in my training that it's elements. I don't care if the elements look so stupid and so crazy, it doesn't matter. If that crazy, stupid element keeps showing up, it's an element. This crazy, stupid element, head on a number 5, keeps showing up. It's not a head on a number 11. It's not a head on a number 2. It's not a head on any other number than a 5. It's an element. If you're an FBI agent and you're in law enforcement, it's a goddamn element. And it shows up in the same videos, the same creators. It's really cut and dry. Period. And it's always there. Molly Golightly. That's not on her bed. That is showing someone sticking out of the 5, just like this little girl, just like one of these girls. There's no difference between what you're looking at here with this head on a 5 sticking out of a 5 than this in Molly Golightly's video. If I were to zoom in, you would see a head coming out of the 5, just like the Idaho Four. You can't make this shit up. I'm sorry. There's no way you can. There's like 20 creators. Not 20, that's over exaggerating. I have, on 2 hands, I have around 10, maybe 8 or 7 that give really good, solid information. Now I'm adding the interview room. I've sort of seen it before with the interview room, but I ignored it. But this here, little Molly Golightly, who has run to the mountains, is the same thing as this little person sticking out of the 5. I believe Molly's still on YouTube. She's just somebody else. Somebody else. This situation here might as well be the Idaho Four group standing on their balcony, reaching up to those same wood planks. This is Michael Vaughn's story. This is the little boy Michael Vaughn's story, and you might as well just say that the Idaho Four were standing in the same location. This means that the person that's all the way on top of this pyramid is the one that is getting victimized. You see this? That is no different than how the Idaho Four told their story. We see that this person here is getting victimized. We see the other faces in here. We see them here. Michael Vaughn's story is the same as Summer Moon Wells. You all think that that looked stupid with that thing going through her head? Guess what? Every victim has it. Every victim. And this is all in Chris McDonough's video, period. This is Little Monkey's story, whoever Monkey is. I will never understand who and what kids or how many kids are under a particular name because we don't know. We have never seen a body of any of these kids. Never. Until I see a body, I don't know who that person is. Unless I see the body or the head of one of these kids that match my photo, I have no idea who these people are. None. None of us do. None of us can say it unless you've sat with them. This is the same situation as Michael Vaughn's photo I just showed you. The people that are on top, I told you guys that this is layered. The ones that are all the way up top are the ones that are getting victimized, and that's how I showed you the boy in the red hair is sitting all the way on the top, and he tells the story. This is no different than this person on top. None. This photo of what you're looking at is the same situation as I showed you, the guys that are pouring cement. It's the same location. It's the same information. No different. No different. The information that they show in the backyard of the Vaughn's house during Chris McDonough's interview is no different than any other case and elements that I have showed you. Every element is in the video, just as every element is in Chris McDonough's interview with Candace. No different. The only difference is it's a different victim. Notice the number 5 box and notice the A. That number 5 box is the same as Summer Moon's that they have in Chris McDonough's interview in their house. Those 5s never change. Never. It's on Candace's wall in the house. This number 5 that's on Candace's wall doesn't change. Chris McDonough also shows what's behind the doorway Do you see what we're looking at, you guys? You've never seen this. Because that's the real room. That's the room. Candace Wells shows her daughter's story really crystal clear since day one. Look at this small little box that's all of a sudden on her property. That doesn't look like Grandis's RV anymore. No. No. The number 5 that shows up on the wall, it's the same number 5 that shows up on the wall during Benny's live. You guys, it's the same. Meaning that the people that are doing this are all the same people in all of the cases that we discuss here. The people that go on panel together and discuss the stupid fucking shit that they're discussing, it's their videos that hold the information. It's really easy. Really easy. The rooms behind the Idaho Four that goes straight back with those same boxes is the same information that Candace shows behind her. You guys, it's one location. Do you see this? Do you understand that this is the Idaho Four to the left? And that's Benny Keys' video to the right? Do you get it's the same? Do you remember I showed you the information on that clown? All the way in the back of this, the picture to the left has those little E's and the little 5s. That's what they show throughout his whole video in his glasses. They're symbols. This shit is one room. It's all about that box. This video killed me. This was Ryan Upchurch's. It shows that these boxes are way down low and people are looking from above down. They're looking down to the box. And there's no difference between what I'm telling you that is Summer Moon Wells in that lady's video. I am telling you that is Summer, and that is her number 5 box that's with her. I probably shouldn't have put a circle around that maroon one because the green one is right next to her. The green number 5 is next to the maroon number 5, and that is Summer. That's the Summer that we know. That's the Summer we know with the teeth that are rotten in the front. That's all I know, is the Summer that I know has teeth that look like that. To me, this is Summer, period, end of story. And it's in that girl's video that says long live Summer t-shirt. To me, this is Summer, end of story. Like, I can't even express to you how I know that this is Summer. The Summer that we know. There are a lot of Summer Moon Wellses, right? But we were introduced to one that belonged to the Wells. Right? Let me take this the square off of that thing so you could see it clearly. See, that's why I don't like to draw my photos. Someone is like, oh, why don't you draw on the photos? This is why I don't. Because if you draw on the photo, it disrupts the rest of the photo. And as you guys know, my photos shift. And as they shift, they begin to tell more of the story that the kids want to be told, right? All right, let me save this. And what's to the left, those are that's from the clown. You know, when I showed you guys the clown, that's from his RV. And that RV really, shit, it just, when I think about it, it burns my whole body up. Like, I can't think about that RV. Trust me, I wish that I could go bust this open, but I don't have the authority to yet. All right. Let me bring this in by itself. Okay. So you could see this clearer. This to me is the summer moon that we know. It matches the sacrifice. It matches the elements. She looks like the summer we know. She went through the same pain as the summer we know. And where is it? And this to me is summer. The boxes to the left come from the RV. That to me is the location of where this is happening. That is the maroon, the green, and the white box. You see the red heads. You see the equipment. That's the setup of the equipment, and that's summer. The pictures do shift. The pictures do shift as I talk. They do. They show more, and because what it also is, it's your brain. You're allowing your brain to see it, meaning like because I'm telling you that it's okay to see it, and other channels tell you not to see it, to look over here, look over here, look over here. Oh, that's not what you see, and you listen because that's just what happens. It's not your fault. But this just to me is summer. You're not imagining it is right. It happens. Everything about this picture is summer, especially since the heads are in the background, the boxes, the equipment, and I'm showing you that what's to the left matches as well. Why? Because that is the clown's RV that I said has everything inside of it. No, 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 you're not going crazy. So this to me screams summer. And that little box, the one to the left, I got those all from Ryan's video. The one to the right is the same box, and that is from the Idaho Four food truck night. This is where it comes from. It's just the information, you guys, is in the video. Yeah, her nostrils too. Yes, her nostrils have the strings coming out of it. And that is summer. Her hair, her nose, her mouth, her eyes. I can't even freaking handle it. But these photos are there, and there's nothing different here than I just showed you in summer. This is the Idaho Four, and if you look all the way to the right, you see the maroon, the green, the white box. Those are number 5, maroon, the green, the white box. Just like you see here in summer, the maroon, the green, the white. It never changes. Never changes. It's behind her. The maroon, the green, and the white is on the top of the green. Just like this. The maroon, the green, the white is on top of the green. just like this. It doesn't change. Doesn't change. Same elements, same information. It all matches. And you're talking about all these different cases that are the same. They're the same. That's what we're doing here, is to show you that it's the same people, the same information, and the same story, the same purpose, the same sick ass journey that they all went through together. This is the story. Right back to the beginning. These boxes wind up in the water, and they wind up putting it somewhere in the earth because they believe it's going to replenish the new earth. And it goes back to the man called Michael Vaughn's father's name, who made this equipment. I don't know if it's him or not, but it's his name. And the one in the middle is from The Fisherman, where I watched them put these boxes with someone in it on the water. I mean, this isn't something that I superimposed and said, "Oh, I'm going to make a box on the water and show you guys." This Bob Vaughn, correct? Thank you, Muffin Top. Comes from Bob Vaughn. And then I only follow one fisherman because he has all the elements. And these wind up on the water. And the one to the left is from the Beeston Bunch, right before they moved. These are the boxes. These are the boxes. The box that winds up in the water used to be next to Grandis's RV before, what I believe, this is just my thought, Tim Mullen moved it all when he went to their property. It's not there anymore. But that is it. That is it, what you're looking at. That is Summer Moon Wells's shit. That's her stuff. That to me were her trophies, and they moved it. Tim Mullen moved it when he went on property. Those videos are all gone, but I have them. That shit was removed from the property. That's the maroon, the green, the white. It's all right there. That was right next to Grandis's RV. No longer there. You can't find it now. This is Chris McDonough is handing this stuff to Michael Vaughn's parents. And I put arrows where you could see the green face, the maroon, the green, and the white box, as well as I circled the heart. And this is Chris McDonough's video of him in the backyard handing this to Michael Vaughn's parents. Oh, that I have no idea. 32 to 63. This is in Chris McDonough's video. That green face, you guys, is a staple. I show that all the time. It's a staple. The Adventures with Purpose shows it on their boats. Chris McDonough's video, to me, underneath it is Michael Vaughn's sacrifice. There's your chair. I don't know what they're doing, but I could tell you everything matches the elements in this video. everything. Whoever is sitting in those chairs isn't just the father. And what scares the shit out of me is whoever that is up front has a blue shirt on. I believe that is Michael and Summer. Might be blurry, but it's there. It's there. It's right there. And that's the chair. That's the chair that I tell you guys isn't a chair. That this stuff is used and abused. The V's that you see in the Idaho Four, especially this chick, she shows all the same elements as all the other cases. In many circumstances, this girl Dylan, many circumstances, she is right in the middle of it. Right in the middle of it. Oh, this one got really weird looking. See, sometimes they fade or something happens to them, but it almost looks like the man in the back is naked. Totally. I don't know what happened to this. It's almost like you could see his ass, right? You see what I'm saying? The picture to the left is weird. It didn't look like this before, so this shit is these are the sacrifices. I don't like what I'm looking at. I'm changing it. Oh yeah, these are really. So this is what's happening to the video. And these are all kooky looking, so I see the elements, but it's really, it's for those who don't know what I'm talking about, these are really difficult. I went back to JLR's video for a moment. That's what one of the little girls' heads look like. That's what it looks like. That's what happens to their heads. Remember I told you, and I kind of went through it too fast, and I wanted to bring this back again. I said to you, in JLR's video, the one that he's eating laxatives or something, the machine in the background, I said to you, that's the machine moving. And then when I showed you the same machine, I'm like, look closely at Michael Vaughn's video, the same machine that I showed you here and the same machine that I show you in Don Wells's window that moves, showed up in Michael Vaughn's video. So I wanted to take a moment to compare apples to apples for those who didn't know. This here was in the back of JLR in his video. As he was talking, this machine moves ever so slightly. So what I showed you in Michael Vaughn's that moved ever so slightly, this is a really good way to show you apples to apples because this will allow you to see what I'm talking about. It's the little head on top. Look at the maroon head. And notice, it's like back in kindergarten. Notice how it lays differently on the silver. This is what moves behind him throughout his video. Okay, and it's connected to the machine that has the number 5. It's on that stick on the bottom. But notice how that little head moves. You have to really look to see the difference because they hide it in ways that someone really has to point it out for you to notice it, because you'll think that your eyes are playing tricks on you, but they're not. That thing moves. So this is what I was trying to show you in Michael Vaughn's video. How in his video, it's the same machine, and how that head moves ever so slightly. It turns. That's what I was trying to show you in his video. So when Michael Vaughn is playing in the snow, underneath the stoop, where I believe these things, this, I don't know if it's just trophies or the equipment, is placed within these cement pieces. And that's a cement stoop. And it shows the movement, which is identical to both JLR here and many others, but this is just, I picked JLRs to show you, as well as the machine in Don Wells's video, which I call the machine, and it moves the same way, but it just moves faster. The other important piece of the Interview Room's video was this information. This here is Kylie Rodney's father to the right. And this comes from, notice the V on his neck, which is the same V as the person in the car that is hidden under Trevor Lee's video. Notice the V under his neck. It's very, very important. Look to the picture to the left, which is the Idaho Four. This is the same photo, same information, different victims. They have the same trim across the top. They have the same information. The V on his neck and the wires going through him are critical in these cases. The V on his neck is just like these. Do you see that? That is Trevor Times' photo to the bottom right. The one up on top is Idaho 4. The one to the left is Dylan. And the one here is Kylie Rodney's father. They're the same. He has the strip across the top, and you could tell that you're looking, Kylie Rodney's father, you could tell that you're looking through the same plexiglass. You could tell that his daughter Kylie's photo is right in the corner of his photo. It's in it's in like another section of his photo because it's layered in there. It's layered in there, you guys. That is Kylie Rodney. However you want to see it. Let me make it lighter. This is how they do it. You know by now that they layer it, and it's done by reflection of a plexiglass. Let me do a new one. I'm going to show you. Let me brighten this up. Let me show you a little closer Kylie Rodney's face, so you see that these victims are placed within the photo. They want you to think it's not there. It's done by layering, and it's done by whatever this equipment is that creates the reflection, right? This, okay, let me brighten this up. contrast. Okay, I'm going to brighten it up and do a little bit of a contrast so you see her face. Okay, page 42. I made a new face. So again, there's no difference between this plexiglass and what I'm showing you here at the Idaho Four. The only difference is it's different. They're different victims. That's it. Other than that, nothing's changed in years. It's all the same. And they must be doing something that no one gives a shit to touch. Right? I mean, that's obvious. So now that I know that's obvious, obviously I have to do it myself. Not myself, I have all you here. I have all of my familia here. Okay, let me add this photo. So I copied and pasted, and so you could see Kylie next to her father. Here we go. Nope, that's that one. Okay. Remove. Okay. Upload. Okay. Here it comes. So, again, great example. Kylie's father, Kylie's layer of what she looks like after the fact is placed on top of these pieces, right? I mean, even the white lines are the same kind of white lines that I showed you in the clown's video. But this is basically what it would look like. It's layered in there. That's why it's sort of foggy, but it's there. And the elements that are being used are the same as you see to the left. It's the same thing. No different. No different than these. None. This is the same. So interestingly enough, I don't know that to the left came from Maddie or the plunder, but I kept it. And that is like what shows up in this Trevor guy's photo. And that is the Idaho Four. That's from that was Maddie. This was a picture of Maddie. And this is what was placed over her picture, you guys. Over her photo. I didn't do it. I didn't know it was there until I go back and look at photos. And that's what's there. It's showing you. It shows you the person. And because it's covered in the same elements, it's getting brighter. It's getting more red. So if anyone thinks they're seeing something, you're not, because this is a photo that changed for me, right? From before, it was just Maddie's face. And then all of a sudden, it's Maddie's face with, looks like Brian's, right? But Brian's face doesn't look like that because his face was thinner, is thinner, and his eyes are sunk in more. This is someone that looks like him, but it's identical to what's going on in this Trevor guy's photo. The hands look tied. It's telling a story. Look, you guys. The hands are tied. Look how it's changing. See the hands? Put a number 1. And this is what happens. This is what happens in my to my photos. I can't make sense of it other than spirit. It makes no sense to me. I'm sorry, but it just doesn't. Even me doing it here makes no sense. So I don't, thank you for putting the 1s. And for those that are new, that's why we put 1s, because I don't know if you see what I see unless we put the 1s. Like I didn't know. Now we're all seeing it. Their face is showing up. Now understand that this started out as Maddie's photo, right? Both sides are even changing. It looks like someone is leaning forward and their hands are tied. Doesn't it? Do you think he's telling the story of what he did to the Idaho Four? There's the number 5 box, white. See how that number 5 box is showing up brighter, and see how that number 5 box matches the all the other ones? I love when this happens. I mean, it blows my mind as much as it's blowing yours. Yes, it's another face. It's another face coming out of the side of his head, and this person's hands are tied. See that? And then it's like it's a man, and that number 5 box that I showed you matches the other 5s on the wall. The one that I showed you um in the beginning, that's in um the interview room, that's the number 5 that's showing up. But also notice what's going on the right hand side. That's what's happening to Trevor's photo. It's all changing at the same time. Oh my God, look at another face is coming through on the right hand side of his. It's like a mummy face. You guys see that? The mouth is slit. My goodness. I wonder if the Idaho Four, I wonder if one of the victims had their hands tied like that, and if they were holding something like that. See how the hand is holding, wouldn't that be cool if that was real? Like if the authorities, but look what's going on the other side. It's starting to match the same thing that the hands are holding is showing up on the other side. As if these photos belong together, right? I put them together only because the V's matched on the face. And look at the V that's coming out of the neck. That V coming out of the neck is a different face. That looks more like, here, would you see Kylie's? See Kylie's face? It's all wrapped like a mummy. That's sort of what you see here on that side. Very interesting. Wow. I'll go back to this. Let me see what's left here. Oh my God, these got brighter too. This is nuts. This is what happens toward you guys. This happens almost every time towards the end of my presentation. This little girl, look what's on her shoulder. That got real bright. That's the face. Those got really bright. This is very critical to show you guys. JLR comes from JLR. You must look at this, is critical. This is Summer Moon's poster that he put on a piece of wood. This poster is the same one as holy fuck, is Michael Vons, and it's in the same location. Remember I told you, look at the matching number 5 tree. Look at the things. You guys, he is it's a match. That's Michael Vons' tree that I said yesterday. There's a helicopter and they have a thing on a helicopter. That's Michael Vons at 820. And that's Summers to the left. Though, you guys, JLR, you have this on the same fucking tree. It's right in front of us. JLR, you have this on the same fucking tree. You've got to be kidding me. What? You guys, I didn't see it until just now. Look at the wood. You guys, look at the wood, the number 5s. Holy shit. JLR, you have a match. This is a match. You guys, this is a match. Wow. Look at the wood. You see the wood, how it's shaped the same? And you see how the pictures pop out? See how here it pops out? As if there's other faces in here with Summers? Like it's not by itself. It's like these are taken at the same spot. The fuck? Dude. Really? Everything is showing up. Look at the V that's showing up on Summer's face. Summer's going to show up in Michael Vons' photo. And here comes a symbol. And these symbols, bingo is what I fucking say. This is going to show a lot. These are going to match. Dumb motherfucker. You guys, is that the seal that was on the knife? The leather knife? The leather holder of the knife of the Idaho Four? You see that seal? that's coming through on Michael Vaughn's photo? Yes, look what's going on here. You guys. Wait, this seal. Isn't that the seal? It's coming in blue? That's going to be Summer's face with Michael's. This is nuts. Wait, let me look it up. Idaho Four knife image. What does that say? Sorry, I'm watching with you guys. Let me turn your computer upside down. Wow, you guys. Oh, wow. Wow. It did. Wow. These are the little critters. See those little critters? Summer has one. Michael has one. I'm going to show you right now. And they're put in the ground. This is where I said I find them. Michael Vaughn's is the one in the middle. His critter is blue. You would think that these are the same photos, but they're not. Michael Vaughn's, I got the middle one from Easter when they put, I said, oh, they use those signs and the same things. That's Michael Vaughn's. The green one is Summer's over to the right, and that came from Benny's backyard. And that's what they look like in the middle and to the left. Those are the critters. Those are the critters that show up here in the reflections. But here they are. They put them in the ground. One is at Benny's, one is by the Vaughn's house, and I don't know where that other one is. But those are the critters. That's Summer to the left, and that is Michael Vaughn's mob to the right. I feel like the Michael Vaughn's parents' hands are like all different hands. They're not like consistent. And this is what they're holding. They're holding the bag of trophies in front of their house. And this was all the interview rooms video. All of it. That's Benny. Wow. You guys, what does it say? You guys, that is not, this is so crazy. Michael Vaughn and Summer are together. I said that from day one. It says JLR on his piece of paper. Let's go back to this. Whoever's in this photo, their hands are tied. They're holding the number 5. And it tells a lot about the Idaho Four. A lot. The moral of the story: believe what you believe. Look at what you want to look at. Don't let someone tell you the narrative of what you see and what you're supposed to see and what you're not supposed to see. Don't let someone do that. Because as nutty as this shit is, it's all the same. This shouldn't be showing up in all of these cases. The only reason they are showing up like this is because they're all the same. That is the guy that talks about the Idaho Four murder as if he's in the room. The only reason it's in all these other photos is because he's telling the story of all of these people. Kylie Rodney, Idaho Four, JLR, this little girl, Michael Vaughn. You guys, that's the moral of the story today. Think for yourself. These are the same photos. This is the same location. The only difference is it's a different victim. That's it. That's it. Pretty simple. Like, why the fuck would his face be showing up in Maddie's face from Idaho 4? Why? That face to me matches a different face that I have. That face to me is not Brian. It's someone that looks like Brian. I have the photos. But it's not. This to me, oh wait, there's see the man in there? Who's that man in there? See that picture to the right? Like there's freaking man in there. Ask JLR next time he goes on live. This is Michael Vaughn in summer. This is the same goddamn photo. Yeah, it's not Ryan. He's not that stupid. It's the same photo. Wow. Wow, wow. This right here to me is the winter chicken dinner. This photo here. It gives the most information to me that the authorities could use, because there's no way that these posters are placed on the same tree. Because that poster is supposed to be somewhere at 820 where he lives. This is the winter photo. On that note, you guys, I'm going to call it a night. I hope you enjoyed. The goal here is to keep bringing justice to these children and to allow justice to sing and just blast it all over the country. And how do we do that? It's not by going all over the country. It's by putting this stuff on big platforms so people hear and see what these kids went through. Thank you, my mod, Muffin Top. Thank you to gifting new membership. And Boston, thank you for a super sticker. You guys, this was great. I will definitely be talking to you over the weekend. Thank you, Jean. Sugar Bee, hello. Yeah. Enjoy your Friday night. See y'all soon. Thank you. God bless you. And may justice come to these children. Talk to you later. Good night, guys.